welcome to the last update of 50 Shades of Black before the finale, which is really crazy to say. I can't believe it's almost April, which means new headband coming soon. But anyways, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, this project pan was created by Amanda, Jessica, and Cece of the Pantastic ladies, and it's all about bringing 50 different products in that correspond with the color of the year, and the color of the year for this year was black. Since I started halfway throughout the year, I decided to make 25 shades of black just because I thought that might be a little bit easier on myself and a little bit more actual doable. So that's what I decided to do. Let me go over the products that are still remaining in this project and how things have went this past month. I got 17 more uses on my Last Princess mascara by Essence for a total of 67 uses so far in this project. I did have to revive this once again with a little bit more eye drops, so all I do is just take the wand out here, I'll put a couple eye drops in this here, and then I just kind of like squeegee it around, rub it around, and it seems to revive the product no problem. So did have to revive it once again, which I think we're on like the 4th or 5th time at this point, but I am going to retire this product next update, not this update, but next update. So we will have a empty for sure come next update. 2 more uses for a total of 20 uses so far on my Please Me mascara. I definitely thought I would have more uses on this. I think it was ever since I started the lip service project pan, I stopped kind of focusing on my MAC lipsticks because there was a period there where this was almost always what I was using and I was going through it pretty quickly and I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And then that project pan started and the uses definitely started kind of dwindling. So I made some great headway on it to start, but this last little bit has been a bit slow and we're not going to even add a new line on the cap here. That bottom line is still pretty much where we are. And the same sad story goes for my MAC and Samantha Ravndell collaboration shade. This one I did use 4 times compared to 2 though, for a total of 15 times in this project so far. This used to be my favorite shade, and I'm definitely starting to kind of go away from it. It's more of a concealer lip kind of color, and I always used to really enjoy that, but I don't know, something's changing in me that I'm starting to like a brighter kind of lip color or a more cool tone kind of lip color, something a little bit deeper, richer, just not concealer lips. So yeah, unfortunately we haven't made much progress on it, and again the line's gonna stay exactly where it is. I used my solid brush cleaner once for a total of 5 times so far, so pretty much I've been consistent of cleaning my brushes once a month, like, since I started this project. I didn't clean the soap off again. I haven't learned my lesson. Last time people thought there was mold on it, but I can assure you that if you see anything, it's just eyeshadow. I'm just really bad at cleaning it off once I use it, but I don't think this looks that much different, and unfortunately I don't think it's really going to look that much different until I actually hit the bottom of the product, which I feel is still a long way left to go. I think I paid $12 for this, which so far I think has been a good investment for cleaning my brushes. The only thing I find is that after I clean them, they're a little bit stiff, but all I gotta do is just push them once down and then all of a sudden they're as fluffy as they used to be. So I don't know, maybe that's just how they naturally dry. I don't know if it's the soap, but it does seem to happen after every time I use this. But like I said, they revive themselves the moment that I just like press them down once and they go poof, and then they're back to their fluffy self. A product I used 60 times for a total of 163 times. This is my Mary & May Ida Benone Blackberry Intense Cream. This is kind of where we're at now. I was using a different one before that I was able to use up, and now I'm on to this one, and I was really hoping to use this one up before springtime came. However, I think I'm definitely going to be bringing this into spring with me a little bit just because there is still quite a bit left. I would say, judging about the outside of the container, we're probably right about here, where the container starts kind of narrowing down a little bit. So yeah, definitely got a long way to go with this one. I'm still really enjoying this. This was perfect for winter. It was definitely a good purchase on my behalf. So I'll be purchasing this for next winter just because I know it works so well. But like I said, I was hoping to have it done by spring, but I guess it's not spring yet. So, you know, fingers crossed it might still happen. 31 uses this time for a total of 64 uses so far in this project. Kind of the same thing. This is not my first bottle of this project. This is actually my 3rd bottle in this project. This is the Minimalist Vitamin C EN Ferulic. I didn't realize this was a 20 milligram bottle, or if I did, I have this revelation I think like every time. I didn't realize it was so small. So this is actually almost gone. If I shake the bottle, you can't even hear the liquid moving around. So this is almost empty. I have a couple more in my backup, but I'm not going to bring them into this project if I do manage to use this one up in time, just because there's no way I'm going to use those up before the end of the finale, seeing it as it is next month. So really enjoying this product, happy I found it. A little sad that it's only 20 milliliters, which is why I think I have to keep repurchasing it so regularly, but yeah, so far so good. On to a couple of sad products. I used my Redken Blow Jelly once since the last time I saw you, and it was so funny because I put it in my hair and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna straighten it, or oh, I'm gonna curl it, and I did absolutely nothing with it. So I put heat protectant in it for absolutely no good reason. I was trying to push myself to do it, it just didn't seem to happen. So yeah, one time this time for a total of 7 uses so far in this project, and I really thought I would have had more uses on this, but hey, project isn't over. There's still time for this to make a recovery. A product I also used only one time for a total of 11 times. This is my Kenra Sugar Beach Sun Cream. I am hate panning this. I really want this out of my collection. It only seems to work when I'm in humidity, and I think it really has to do with the fact that when I'm in salty air humidity, it makes my hair curly. And I think this just kind of emphasizes it by giving it a little bit of texture. So really this product doesn't do much for me here because where I live it is so dry, it is so cold that it's got nothing to work with. So unfortunately, yeah, this product is a bust for me here. It only really works when I go on vacation, and I don't go on vacation all the time, even though that would be lovely. So I did mark it that we are here, but that is definitely not where we are at. We're probably more about here. There's just a little bit left of this product. I did end up cutting it open because I thought that would help, since when I squeeze it I wasn't able to get any more out. But like I said, I reached for it once this past month, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'll get used up eventually. A product I used 13 times for a total of 51 times. This is my Amika Signature Room Fragrance. This was a product that when I brought it into this project pan, I was like, I could really care less if it disappeared or if it just randomly found itself not in my collection. And now that I've used it for the past like 5 or 6 months, I really enjoy this, and yeah, I'm going to be sad to see it go when it does, and I probably won't repurchase it just because I'm not really a room spray kind of person, but I am really enjoying it while I'm using it. For the 50 Shades of Black, it was all the black markings that you see on the side. So we were here last month, which means that we are here right now. So ignore the gold marks, that's for a different project. But we definitely made some really good progress in this last little bit. And like I said, I really enjoy this scent, so I'm definitely going to miss it when it's gone. Last 4 products I have for you are all nail polishes, starting with my Peely Base Coat from Holo Taco, and I was able to draw another line on it. There is a silver line under the black line if you are able to see it. Just because Holo Taco is reflective, I'm not really sure how well it's going to show up, but I definitely made some progress there. I did use this 6 times. I was also able to make a new line on my Flaky Taco. This is probably my favorite out of all of them. This one I'm getting down there like pretty well, and I think it's because it's super chunky, so as you use it, the chunks kind of take up a lot of volume. So was able to put another line on there, and this one I also used 6 times. You're gonna hear that quite a bit for the next 2 products. The next one is Scattered Taco, and these ones are less chunky. These are a little bit more kind of uniform in size, and I was able to put another line on there. So as you can see, we're kind of in the middle now of, or on the very bottom of the word hollow. So we're definitely making progress, and this one, you guessed it, 6 times this past month. And the finest kind of chunkies of the holographic line is the Linear Taco, and this one I was able to draw another line on there as well. This one we probably have the least amount of progress on, and like I said, I think it's just because the flaky one, because the volume is so big, you go through a lot more product, and as the flakies get a little bit smaller, you use less and less product as you use it. So it makes sense that this has the less usage on it, and this also got 6 uses. So that is my update for 50 Shades of Black. Looking at everything here, I think the only empties we might possibly have for next month would be the Lash Princess Mascara, which is this one here. We might be able to get an empty out of the Vitamin C Minimalist, and everything else I think we're just hoping for a lot more progress, especially those hair products. They definitely are getting neglected, so I definitely need to pick it up on that stance. But unfortunately I think those are going to be the only 2 possible empties out of everything I see here. I will paint my nails again, so maybe the flaky the flaky holographics might go, who knows? It's still a whole month away, so I guess I will see you in the next one. If you're doing this challenge, let me know down below. I'd love to see kind of as you're wrapping things up for it. And are you going to start the next challenge? I know they put the color in the Facebook group, but I'm not allowed to say it on here just yet. So are you going to be joining next month for the new round and the new color? Let me know down below as well. Until then, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you spending your time with me. And until the next one, I hope the day treats you well. Bye.